Looking good. How is everybody? We are live on a couple different streams. So if I start answering questions you didn't ask, I'm not talking to you. I think we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok right now. All right, so we are in China. We just finished up day number 5. We are renegotiating certain contracts. We are creating brand new contracts. What we're trying to do is we're trying to get the best quality of building supplies for our clients that engage with us to build them houses, not just simple relocation. So those clients, a lot of you guys have known that this is coming. And those clients who knew that this was coming have been waiting to onboard with us. So now is the time for the announcement that you guys have been waiting for. Anyone who onboards in one of our building packages, so that's Nomad Legacy, African Dream Package, Trust Estates, if you want a trust fund set up with an estate in it, and all of that, and our bespoke builds, our custom builds, all of those packages in the next 14 days while we're still here in China will be able to choose all their finishings, all their building materials, the colors of their tiles and all of that stuff at no extra charge, right? So you will be able to craft your entire house, sit down with our architects and all of that, craft your entire house, and we will have those finishings custom made for you. While we're here, direct with the factory, you will also gain access to at cost, right? There'll be no markup furniture. So if you choose a furnished package, then that furniture will be included. If you don't choose a furnished package, you will gain access to our furniture catalog directly with our Chinese partners here. All right. Glare, which service are you talking about? Is glare bad? Can you not see me? YouTube. Okay, TikTok, is there a glare? You guys let me know if there's a glare on my face. This might be a YouTube thing. I've had issues with that before because there's a different camera that's utilized for YouTube than for everything else. And so I think TikTok says no. Okay, Facebook, no. It's not that bad. Okay. All right. Thanks for telling me, YouTube. My laptop camera is the camera that I use for YouTube, whereas my phones are the ones that are doing TikTok and Facebook. So a little bit different. Interesting that the phone camera is better than the laptop camera. But back on topic. So we will be here for the next few weeks. The ability to come in and gain access to all of the customization at no additional cost expires in 14 days. If you're onboarded, then you get that access, and then we will go ahead and we will ship your container out before we leave. That's why you have to onboard, right? So we will ship your container out before we leave. We will pick your container up at the docks. We will do the transportation ourselves. And then we will use your customized materials to build your specific house, right? All of our construction packages, they come with immigration. They come with land procurement. So our legal team will make sure that it's a clean piece of land and procure the land for you. Our legal team will get your immigration status worked out for you. And then our construction team will go ahead and construct that property for you. All of our construction packages, they start at, if you're doing the digital Nomad package, that package starts at $180. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-story house for only $180. And then they go up from there. All right. Bespoke is you're building your own thing up. You're working with our architects. We're designing whatever it is you want to build, blah, 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 blah. So sky is the limit, of course. But the packages start at $180. For our cookie cutter packages, the next level up would be the 3, that would be $225. And then there is a 4-bedroom, 3-story mini mansion that would be in the like 540 range, right? And it's a 4-bedroom. On the inside, there's something called a DSQ, which is a dedicated servants' quarters. A lot of folks in Kenya have maids and gardeners and all that actually live on the property. And so there's like what we would probably call an ancillary dwelling unit, an AUD, that's outside of the house, so that when those people aren't working, like especially like if it's a nanny or something like that, you don't want that when they're not working, the kids still have access to bothering them, because that's not fair, because they're not, at work. So you have these kind of ancillary dwelling units where those people can live on property, but they're outside of the house, so that they get a break from whatever it is that they have to do, and they don't feel like they're at work all the time. They have their own entrance and their own exit and all of that. So it's technically a 5-bedroom. If you're not going to use that unit for help, then there's a complete 5th bedroom, like almost studio. But it's actually a 1-bedroom apartment. It's not a studio, because the bathroom is separated and the dining room is separated and the kitchen is separated and all that. So it's not like a studio where everything is just in one room. So it's technically a 5-bedroom on that mini mansion side. And then whatever you want to design, you can design, and that goes into our bespoke range. So you folks who have been waiting for this announcement, I know a bunch of you have put your onboarding on hold in order to wait for this announcement. It is finally here. Right? So in the next 14 days, if you onboard, you will get direct access to all of the factories, all of the building materials, all of the warehouses, everything that we're doing here in China. We are in China right now. You will get access to all of that, and we will essentially, you will pick your house from the brick to the roof, to the type of glass that's in the windows, to the showers, to the faucets. You will get to pick everything at no additional cost, right? Typically, when you buy into our packages, it's a package, right? So the type of tile is already chosen in that price range. The faucets are already chosen in that price range, so on and so forth. While we are here, everyone who onboards will be able to choose what they want. And there'll be no extra charge for that. So since we're already here, we'll be able to go in, acquire those things for you, put them all in a shipping container, and ship them back to Mombasa. And then we will be building whatever houses it is that you choose with whatever materials it is that you choose. All right. So 14 days. There are 14 days left for that particular deal, after which access to all of the new deals and all of the new materials that we're getting while we're here now is, of course, available to everybody. That's the whole purpose of us being here. But customization charges will get tacked back on, like they always have been, after these next 14 days. So you get a customization upgrade. Customization upgrades could be a value all the way up to $100,000, right? We typically build things on economy of scale, so we're able to lower the price, right? Because we're buying a lot of the materials that are needed. That's called an economy of scale discount, right? So we're essentially forgoing the economy of scale discount because we're here and we're able to negotiate some things while we're here to get some containers out. All right. Any questions on that from any of the social media platforms? TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. Any questions? I will give you some time because I know at least on one of these platforms there is a significant delay, like a 30-second delay. I think it's Facebook. Yes, we are in China right now. I'm in a hotel room. That's why this looks unfamiliar. But on the door back there, you can see the Chinese characters. Yes. Okay. So the only consultation that is open right now are the legal consultations. So you have to pick a legal consultation. If you haven't had a consultation and you want to onboard, For the legal consultation, one of our lawyers will join the consultation, or you'll be connected to our lawyer on a separate consultation. We typically don't do it that way, but because our lawyers are in Kenya and we're here in China, we will do it that way this time around, and we are only accepting 2 consultations per day because we are negotiating contracts right now, and we are doing those factory tours while we're here in China. So we do not have time to be doing consultations all day long. So if you have not already done your consultation and you were waiting to do the consultation for this announcement, there are 14 days left, and we are only doing 2 consultations per day. And we do not do consultations on the weekend. So if you want to get into one of those consultations, you want to act now. There are only 14 days left, and there are only 2 consultations available per day. And China time is exactly opposite of East Coast time. Right? So that means that if we're doing a consultation at 8 at night here, it is 8 a.m. there. All right. So timing is funky, and there's only 2 of them available per day. Good question, though. Yes. Yeah, you can still get the upgrades after the fact. You could always get the upgrades. You could always upgrade your house, right? It's a custom house, but you pay for upgrades. That's why they're called upgrades, right? So the difference is that the people who are onboarding while we're here, we're going to be able to get those upgrades going for them at no additional cost. So that's the difference. So you're going to get free upgrades. The value depends on what you upgrade, but the value is going to be up to $100,000 in free upgrades. No, our packages include everything. So no, you do not have to pay delivery charges. Our packages include delivery. So yeah, you don't have to pay any of that. That is covered in the package. You can bring an architectural drawing from your own architect, but we do have an in-house architect. We are vertically integrated, so we have our own lawyers, we have our own architecture firm, we have our own real estate attorneys, we have our own tax attorneys, and we have our own general contractor. So we are vertically integrated. We can do everything from the ground on up. Do the packages include immigration? They do. The packages do include either a residency permit or a investor permit if you want to work, or a digital nomad permit. They do not include passes. So if you're like married and you're bringing your spouse, you'll have to pay the fee for your spouse's pass. Yes, or kids. That's yeah. Any passes. So child passes, spouse passes are not included in the pricing of the package, but they're nominal charges. If you can afford the package, then it's nothing to get the passes. They're not expensive at all. A good question. What's the square footage of the smallest house? The square footage of the smallest house. What a question. Give me just a moment because I have to convert it. It's not in square feet. So the answer is it's about let's see. Sorry, TikTok, you were in the way of my screen here. It's about 2,000 square feet. So the smallest house is about 2,000 square feet. We do it in square meters, so I had to convert from square meters to square feet for you there. Other questions? I know this is like a super short live, but as you can see, I am in the hotel room. It is nighttime here. It's going on 10 p.m. So, as you guys know from one of the last posts, I had a surgery a week before we had to come to China. So today is actually my last day on antibiotics to make sure nothing goes crazy from the little surgery. So I have to eat in the next 26 minutes and then take my last pill of Cipro. So, and then I'm going to bed. It always knocks me out. So that's going to be any of that. Tomorrow, we're going to go check out. So actually, we're going to go check out our banking partners tomorrow. And as you guys know, we do trust funds for some of our clients, and sometimes we do trust funds out of Hong Kong, depending on what the client needs. So that we're also renegotiating those contracts. So we'll be dealing with Hong Kong bankers as well, and then Wednesday we'll be going to a factory. I should be going live from that factory, at the very least on TikTok, if not both TikTok and YouTube. Any other questions? All right. I think I've given enough time to satisfy the delay. So if there are no other questions, keep your eyes posted on our Facebook, which is where you'll get the most text on anything that we're doing. You can look at TikTok for little video updates. We are getting more active on YouTube as well, so you can keep your eyes open on that. And so we will be announcing in writing what I've just announced, so you'll be able to see, whatever little terms and conditions are going on there. There are 14 days. There are only 14 days. There's no reprieves. We can't make an exception because once we leave China, the opportunity is gone. So there's no way for us to make any kind of exceptions. There's 14 days. On board in 14 days, and you get the deal. If not, it's business as usual. All right, guys. Thanks for having me, and I will see you next time.